The sound of a payphone at night is different. Hollow. Echoing. It doesn't just ring, it haunts. On April 4th, 1991, 20-year-old Angela Hammond, a bright, friendly young woman from the small town of Clinton, Missouri, picked up that phone. She wanted to talk to her boyfriend, Rob, before heading home. A casual call. A good night. But the conversation didn't end with laughter or "I love you." It ended with a scream. And 30 years later, the echo of that scream still hangs in the air of Clinton, a chilling reminder of a mystery that has never been solved. Angela wasn't the kind of person who went unnoticed. She was outgoing, funny, and had a way of making people feel welcome. Her family described her as vibrant, trustworthy, and full of life. In 1991, Angela was living with her boyfriend Rob Schaefer, a popular athlete from the local high school. The two were planning a future together. That spring night in April, Clinton felt safe, as it always had. Clinton was the sort of place where everyone knew each other, where people waved at stoplights and trusted their neighbors. Violent crime was rare. A disappearance was unthinkable. That's why, when Angela vanished, it didn't just shock the community, it ripped it apart. Round 11:15 p.m., Angela left a friend's barbecue. She drove to the local payphone outside a grocery store to call Rob, who was at home babysitting his younger brother. The two chatted casually for nearly half an hour. Just before midnight, Angela mentioned something strange. "There's this man," she said, almost joking. "He's hanging round here in this old green pickup. Looks real scruffy." At first, she didn't sound scared. Clinton was small. Strangers stood out. But people weren't quick to assume the worst. Angela described him wandering aimlessly near the phone booth, acting odd. Then she noticed he was circling the booth. Rob could hear the unease creeping into her voice. He told her not to worry. But Angela hesitated. Suddenly, she let out a sharp, terrified scream. The line went dead. Rob jumped into his car and raced toward the payphone, headlights cutting through the dark Missouri roads as he approached. He saw it, the dirty green pickup speeding away. Inside, he caught a glimpse of Angela, his girlfriend, struggling. Rob floored it, chasing the truck. But fate turned cruel. Just a few blocks into the pursuit, his car's transmission failed. The engine sputtered, then died. The green pickup vanished into the night, carrying Angela with it. That was the last time anyone ever saw her. Police were immediately suspicious of Rob, as they often are with boyfriends in cases like this. But his frantic call to authorities, his visible panic, and his account of the chase lined up. Angela's disappearance wasn't staged. Something terrible had happened. Witnesses came forward. Multiple people reported seeing a green Ford pickup truck with a mural of fish in the back window cruising the streets round the time of Angela's disappearance. The details were striking. A green truck, a unique mural. In a small town, someone had to know this vehicle. But no solid lead emerged. For over 3 decades, Angela's case has remained unsolved. But theories swirl like shadows. The serial killer theory. Authorities wondered if Angela's abduction was linked to other unsolved disappearances in Missouri and Kansas at the time. Several women had gone missing under suspiciously similar circumstances, snatched at night. Vehicles involved. No bodies recovered. Some investigators believe Angela fell victim to a serial predator, the stranger in town. Others think the man in the pickup wasn't local at all. Clinton sits along highways that make it easy for someone to pass through unnoticed. A drifter, a trucker. A stranger on the move. It would explain why the truck was never found. The cover-up theory. A darker theory suggests Angela may have known her abductor. Some whisper that small-town secrets run deep, that someone with connections slipped under the radar. The odd detail of the mural in the truck window has led some to suspect that people knew more than they admitted. The abduction gone wrong. Could it have been a robbery or an attempted assault that spiraled into a kidnapping? Angela's abduction was brazen right under the harsh light of a public payphone, while she was on the phone with a witness. Some say the man panicked and sped off, leaving Angela's fate unknown. Angela Hammond has now been missing longer than she was alive. Her family has lived decades without answers, trapped in a cycle of hope and despair every time a new tip surfaces. The payphone where Angela was last seen has long since been removed, but locals remember it. They remember the night Clinton stopped being safe. What chills many is the abruptness. Angela was there 1 second laughing, chatting, and gone the next. Snatched not from a lonely road, not from a deserted alley, but from the middle of her own town. It was fast. It was violent. It was final. Sometimes, people still call into the Clinton police station, claiming they've seen a green pickup. Each time, the lead fizzles. But those who knew Angela can't forget her last words. The way her voice changed on the phone. The sudden fear. The scream. For her family, and for Rob, the boy who chased a truck until his car gave out, the question has never changed. Who is the man in the truck? And why has no one come forward? More than 30 years later, the mystery remains. Somewhere out there, someone knows the truth.